It's Darcy with Mind Sculpt Games, and today is a really important day for Behind the Counter because I'm going to show you a business upgrade that's going to make a big difference for us. So this is our iPad inside our Square stand, and we use the dip card and the Square stand as our processor. So you could pay by sliding your card, by dipping your card, Apple Pay, and Square is actually one of the best financial deals for us because their fees are low and there's no contract with it. But with Square, what we've been doing is we've been just touching our items and putting them in. So if you get a dragon shield, we touch it, we put it in. And some things we can track and some things we can't. So inside my Square, I have all these items and I have categories. So pretty easily I can track my category sales, and pretty easily I can track some item sales, but I haven't been able to track all my item sales. But here's a new development. This is going to feel simple for some of you, but it's going to feel exciting for me. So, I got a gun, and by that I mean a scanner. And I have some games here. And these games I actually did not hand input into Square. I did a data export from one of my distributors, GTS, and they have a list of all their SKUs, their SKUs, for all their products they sell. So this is an order from GTS. And watch this, fancy pants. Boom. Pie face. Didn't enter it. Categories. I didn't have to do that work. Star Wars Monopoly. Oh, the price is right there. Risk Europe. Oh, Risk Europe came up with a 0, so I will have to correct the price on that. But for a small business owner, this piece of data right here is huge. I have not been able to track each specific board game as it sells. Over here, if you look on our shelves, that's hard to do, but if you look over there, we have like 200 different board games on our shelf, and we have one copy of each. So data management hasn't been easier, but if I want a sustainable business, if I want to be able to scale up my business, if I want to be able to hire more employees, I have to have the data to know what's selling, what to merchandise where, when to reorder. But what I need to be able to do is I need to master the point of sales inventory. And I didn't go to business school. Honestly, the only time I've ever worked a cash register, okay, there's 2 times. I've worked a cash register for Leach Fireworks. I've worked a cash register when I was 16 for Long John Silver's. And I guess I did at the YMCA for a couple things like day passes. But this feels like a modern marvel to me, to be able to scan barcodes and not have to do the work of hand inputting each SKU or scanning each item in order to put it on my shelf. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what I did on the computer. So I'm not going to reveal all my secrets because that would include data from my distributor that I probably shouldn't give away. But what I'm going to say is GTS is amazing, and Mark Heese, my rep for GTS, has been a big part of our success. So this is GTS, and this is a data mining tool, and it has everything in their inventory with the item code, the name of the product, the retail price, and if you scroll over here, it has the SKUs, the barcodes, and I can download that in Excel. Now, why is that so cool that I can download that in Excel? Well, on my Square dashboard, I can import and I can export items. So all these items in my board game category over here, I did a pretty smart search using a pretty smart tool with the GTS data mining, and I put all their board games in my Square. So now, when I open up my order from GTS and I scan their board games, it pops up in my system, and I can stick my price tag on it, adjust the price if needed, stick it on the shelf, put in an inventory number if I wanted. This is huge. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the file that I imported into Square. So first, I exported my inventory from Square to see the formatting. So it gave me the titles or the categories that I'll need. So I need item names, descriptions, which is blank for all of them. I need categories so I can track my category sales, because that's a big deal for how we purchase and how we merchandise and what we set up game nights for. If I know board games are producing X amount of dollars a week, I support them more with our play space. If I know that Yu-Gi-Oh's producing X amount of dollars a week, I support it with the play space. So categories are huge for us. Then over here are the SKUs. Now, the complicated part was I took the data from GTS, and I had to comb it. Like, I had to move certain things, put in categories. Actually, the SKUs, when I put them in Excel, somehow came out in scientific notation. I had to format my cells. But then I just needed the price. So there were really only 3 pieces of data I needed from the Excel export. I needed the name, and it's super nice to not have to type all that. I needed the category, which I put in myself by doing first on GTS's website. I searched just by their specific type. So here's what I did. I picked all the board games, and then I searched all their board games. Oops, that's going to come up with Pokemon board games. You can tell what I was doing last. But it'll come up with all their board games, and this would work just fine. And then I download that data, and then I make it fit my Excel sheet. And then when my Excel sheet is ready, I import it back to Square. So the first time I did that, I had 4,000 errors in my sheet, but Square actually told me what they were, and I was able to troubleshoot and fix it. So the next time I only had 900 errors in my sheet, and actually that was just deleting one column out. And then it worked. And now I am really excited because this small business owner is getting a big data upgrade. So I really think Mindscope Games is on the cusp where if we make a couple really important decisions, we can accelerate our growth. So this data ability with our point of sale system, the ability to use the barcodes is actually a huge upgrade. I don't know how many small businesses that are in the game industry use barcodes. I do know one. Shout out to the Village Geek in McPherson. They use barcodes, and they're actually opening a second store in Manhattan. So that seems like a model of success. But I want to be able to use barcodes. I want to be able to use data. This is a big step. Another big step, and this will probably be the boom or bust, not the behind the counter. But we are actually looking at selling all of our counters. I have an offer for more than I paid for our counters, our glass cases, because we're trying to actually maximize our floor space, and our lowest sell-through rate has actually been our glass counters. So we might remodel a little bit. We'll see. But big upgrade, big day for Mindscope Games. I love this little stand because I don't pay a monthly subscription for Square, and now I have a data power horse, which is going to make me a better buyer, help our merchandising, make reorders a lot quicker, and hopefully help drive our events with data-driven decisions. Yes!